So, rest. Some songs I have demos for, some songs I have stems for, and um some songs I have nothing for and I can only like talk about them, but I'll do what I can. Um and we're gonna talk about some of the the drama around this song. But um what I did find for this song was the original guitar demo stems, you know. I think when I first demoed this, I recorded like 4 or 5 guitars, and uh, and I sent them to Doves. None of those stems were used um on the actual recording of it. Those were recorded in the studio with Will Yip. But um, there's a breakdown. Also, I'll play them. Yeah, I have my guitar behind me on the ground. No guitar stand. Normally, this bench behind me is like where I put my guitar. You know. So what I have are the original stems that I sent to Doves, and I also have his original demo. Um, Now this was a demo that we sent to William. Um, and it's pretty much the same as the recorded version with awful vocals. I listened to it right before I started streaming, and it's so bad. Um, but if you're here, you must really want to hear it, right? So I'll play that. I'll play some of the guitar parts that are on it, and I guess I'll start. I didn't really think about this. I probably can't play the actual song, so just like go listen to the song if you don't know what the song is already, right? Anyway, what I have is an email that I sent to Doves. We had a working thread um for Suffer On. This was started in October 27th of 2017. And um Dove sent this at 12:29 p.m. Um Quickly, I also just want to say that I am not going to be paying attention to the chat. So if like something terrible happens, Taylor will make me aware, but like otherwise, I it's you know, you can see that it's not going to work out for me, and I'll get sidetracked. Anyway, um, so I have this thread, um, and the message from Dove says, "This is the master thread intended solely for Wicca Springs Eternal and Doves, unless otherwise noted." I don't know that Twitch streaming was in the plans around this. There's also like a weird confidentiality clause at the end of it that I guess I'm breaking right now, right? Um, so this is early on when we were planning Suffer On. I told Will, well, I made a playlist of songs that kind of inspired it, but or artists that inspired it, and um, I'm reading it for the first time now. Actually, I do no prep for this, by the way. But I said to Doves, I said I'm considering this my first proper album, so I think there's room to experiment with whatever we put forward. At the highest level, I want it to be dark and moody, both of which you, Doves, do extremely well. So I think we did that. Right? We kind of did that. I said we can play around with genres, whether it's like trap, witch house, ambient stuff, or straightforward piano guitar stuff. The real goal is to make it cohesive. Um, and then there's the playlist, which I don't really have in front of me, and I don't want to get into that, but I feel like I'll just get sidetracked and fuck something up. Trying to open a Spotify playlist URL, but there was a bunch of Future songs on it, and I mean, I can tell you right now, like my favorite Future songs are any of like the fast ones, um, upbeat, like Ain't No Time, or like 300, or three. I'm sorry, not 300. Three, any, I don't know, any songs like that. Um, and and I think that that's like what Rest kind of was. Rest. So that's the end of that email. Um, but anyway, I'll try and fill in the blanks a little bit. Um, I think songs like Rest and Contact are well, one, they're kind of similar to me, and two, they are kind of like no brainer Wicca Phase songs in my head. Like in my head, those types of songs like were what Wicca Phase was, in whatever October of 2017, or where I wanted it to be by the time the album came out, which was like simple, um, guitar driven trap songs. Again, I was going into this album with it being like the impression. I went into this album knowing that it would be my first like label album. Whatever you want to consider my first proper album is up to you. I consider it Suffer On only because it's like the first one with real quality control, in the sense that there was a label, funding it, and there was like you had Will Yip as an engineer and executive producer, and then you had like Doves as like the main like creative producer, if that made sense. Um and then me writing the songs. Uh and So I thought songs like Rest and Contact were it's not like they were like groundbreaking Wicca Phase songs. I knew I wasn't doing anything too crazy or anything, but they were just like songs that I had to get out there on the first album to establish the the feel of Wicca Phase, right? If that made sense. I don't. I think as I do these, we're gonna learn that I don't even know what to say about some of my own songs sometimes, but um it, that I can't really articulate the meaning behind why a song is created, or the reason that a song is created, or anything like that, but I'll try, right? So anyway, I sent the initial demo of Rest to Doves on December 9th of 2017, 5:52 p.m., which is kind of a weird time. And this was the third song that I had sent him for the album. The first one was Contact, although I think at the time it was called Contract with a TR. And regarding Contact, I said this is the first trap song that we'll do, and it's a rotation type beat. So that's another Future song that I love. So going back to Rest, I said here's rest. It's 148 BPM, which I guess you can, you know, cut down. I don't know. It was record the project file in Ableton would have been 148 BPMs, but whatever. It's it's in A major. The chords are F sharp minor to E throughout the whole song, and then I said it's probably another future type trap song. Um, and then I sung the structure, which is just intro 4 bars, chorus 8 bars, verse 8 bars, bridge 4 bars, chorus 8 bars. So I'll play some of what I sent him, and then I'll kind of explain like what is going on with the guitar playing on there. And the big thing that I should mention is that this is a really easy song to play. It is. I'm not a great guitar player. I always learn enough to get by and do what I want to do and never really advance past that, right? And quickly, hold on, I'll grab my guitar. And what is going on here is we're just on the E string. This might not be interesting to some people, right? But we're on the E string, E and A string, and it's just like a second fret. It's an F sharp on the low E, second fret, and then the A, like the A is just open, right? And then you just switch them, so it's an open E string and a second fret on the A string, which is a B note, right? So it's just like this. Right? It's that. That's the song for the most part. Very easy. Literally, you probably couldn't hear that. I'll hold on. So it would right, that's it. It's so easy. And then this motherfucker comes out and says I stole that from him. Listen, you saw how easy that was, right? You can imagine how many people have written a riff like that. It's easy, right? It's a no-brainer. And I'm not even that's not even important to me, whether it's original or not, whether it's been done before or not. Obviously, I'm not. I mean, I talked about it last time. I'm not trying to steal from anyone. It's a nightmare. So here's what I'll tell you, right? One, I never heard of McCafferty until that day. And I was like, oh, our songs do sound similar. And then I realized that, I knew that anyone who knew me would know that I would never have even listened to that artist ever, right? It's just not anything I would ever listen to. And allegedly, that guy is well, some stuff going on with that guy, right? So you can assume that anyone who reacts so harshly to anyone who reacts like that to two notes or four notes, being stolen, probably has something else going on, right? Anyway, that's the last I'll say about that. So here's what I sent to Doves, and again, it's just what I played, pretty much, right? Yeah. That's it, right? Really sloppy. Um, there's that's just the one track with I doubled that a few times with um finger picking and an actual guitar pick, and then there's some harmonies that are in the song, like just some flourishes, and I'll play those too. Um, and this would be around like the bridge part, the cast spells, right checks part. And that's that, right? That's what I sent him. Um, what's up, Jonah? So again, it's the same thing pretty much, except for these little flourishes, which I'll play. And I'm using like a directional mic, so it'll be a little tricky. But what I'm doing, there's the F sharp to E. So if most of the song is the finger picking, there's also these like just variations of the F sharp minor to E major chords, and they're mostly done by just playing the root note and a third, so like three notes up. So it's not like a power chord. It's just I don't know. I can't really explain music theory, but essentially, what I'm playing is this. I'll try and get the sound a little bit better. You know, so I can't really explain what that is, but it's just playing the same chords, the same low notes that I'm playing, higher up. That's it. They're just like octaves essentially with one or two harmony notes in it. Um yeah, oh, Doves is here. Yeah, this is a nylon string, and I probably used this guitar to demo it. Um but but Will Yip, one, Will Yip has better equipment, and two, when you're recording with him, he likes you to use his equipment, which, is fine. He's used to recording it, so he knows that, like, that equipment will sound good. Like, that gear will sound good once he gets his hands on it. Um, so that's what's going on there, really. And I mean, you know, Doves, if you want to say anything, about it, you can. It's pretty straightforward. Anyway, what ended up happening was I went to Dove's house. I got an Airbnb right next door to Dove's house at the time in LA. And we worked on some of these songs in person. And then he sent me, what we worked on, once I got home. So here's the original demo once with a beat. Once he got his hands on it. And again, these are 2018 Wicca Phase demo vocals that no one was ever meant to hear, so they're mumbly and not sung with any intended skill or anything like that. So anyway, I'll play the demo. Time to rest? Does it take time to heal? Will it help you feel better, knowing that I'll stay clear? Do I not know you the best? Am I not always real? Am I your great upsetter? Do I not do what I want, not all that I want? I'll stay here. Do I not make your bed? Do I not wake as soon as you waken? Isn't it blood I bled? Do I not cast out all mistakes, and do I bore you to death? Tell me, did I not forget to take it? Am I not filled with dread? Do you not see all that I make? Cast spells, write checks. Would I not lay and press my chest against your chest? Do I not tell you misbehave? How much time have I spent? No harmonies. She will, I'll let her. Let me try something new. How much love have I lent? Can you repay me soon? A great forgetter. I don't remember you. I don't remember you. And that's it. Pretty low energy vocals on my part. As far as the vocals go, maybe Doves has something to say about this. I don't know if I recorded those at home or if I recorded them at his house, I think I might have done some at his house. I'm really not sure, but um, I mean, I'm pretty much just um, it's mostly just like three, you know, three tracks. So if there's the high part, the main melody, um, it's three takes of it, three good takes, like a lead take. Okay, so I should get into this. The way I record vocals is a lot of comping, right? So I'm doing full takes or like whole verses at a time, and I'll do like 20 of them or 25 or however many it takes. In the studio with Will Yip, it's like 50 takes. It's a it's a nightmare. I mean, it's worth it, but in the moment, it's kind of a nightmare. Um, and um, well, yeah. So I'm doing that many takes, right? And then I'm just taking the best phrase, every little bar, if like, all right, so the song opens with like, do you need time to rest? And then there's like a couple seconds before I say the next line, right? I would take that first chunk, find the best first take of that, the best delivery of that first chunk, right? And then just like keep going and go through all the tracks and find the best phrase take, and piece them all together, right? Oh, there's an ad. Hold on, I'll wait. Sorry. There's some people are getting ads all at the same time. I guess it's because I'm like a half hour in or something. I'm not really too sure. Okay. Um we're back. All right. Well, anyway, I'm just explaining vocal comping. This is uh just look up how to comp vocals, right? If you want to know like how I'm choosing my takes. Essentially what I'm doing those is for this demo, like I just recorded the lead and then I recorded it two more times, like doubled it, and then I did a low vocal, like a um an octave lower, which is like the voice I'm talking in now, you know? Um not yeah. Um yeah, so that's how I did those. Yeah, so that's that. From the demo you could hear like the 808s. I mean, Doves, I don't mean to talk for you, but the 808s didn't change too much from the demo to the actual recorded version, studio version. Um yeah, Carl, I'll show you those frets in a second. I mean, yeah. Um but but that didn't the 808s didn't change too much. The drums didn't change too much. There was definitely some like minor stuff that I heard, um, in terms of like hi hats specifically. Um, yeah. So that's that. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Um, and then I think, like I said, this is a really simple song and like kind of an introductory Wicca Phase song. So that's why we chose it um, as an early single. I think it worked pretty well. I would say that there probably hasn't been a show where I haven't played this song. I don't I don't know why that is. It's high energy. It's a good song live. And then obviously like um sometimes I'll write lines that are stupid that I think, not that they're stupid, but they don't necessarily they don't necessarily uh add to the message that I'm trying to get across, or the imagery that I'm trying to build. Mm, they don't necessarily relate to the song, but I know that they're cool lines that fit and the crowd will like them, right? So that's, cast spells, write checks is like kind of a stupid line, like in the sense that it doesn't mean any, not that it doesn't mean anything, but it, you know, it's just something to say. It's like a phrase, right? Like a catchphrase, or like just it's just a crowd. Yeah, it's a rapper flex line, right? Exactly. And like sometimes I do that to try and lighten the mood a little bit. Rest is kind of a heavy song. One thing I should talk about, and then I'll start answering some questions, is that Suffer On was written um with the intention of it being uh a very good emotional trap album, in the sense that um I how can I say this? Mm, since it was my first album, I didn't want to veer too far off in a new direction, so I just figured I would make like a very genre specific album. And make it, deliver like, okay, a big part of like that kind of music is a big part of that music, obviously, or like that genre of music is like heartbreaking stuff. So, the plan was to just write the most devastating lyrics that I could think of that weren't like offensively um uh depressing or dramatic or whatever. But it is dramatic. It's a intentionally dramatic album, melodramatic. Um just to see, if I could, you know, just push that style of music into mm, the most extreme direction. Does that make sense? It's not it's not like all of this stuff was happening to me, so I was writing about it. It was like, how can I um how can I just do this genre of music better than everyone? That was my intention, kind of. you know. Um I don't know that it, I also didn't really put a ton of thought into it. It was just that. It was like, how can I just make like the most dramatic, emotional album, you know? And the production of it plays a big part in that, because it's really raw production of just, this song had a couple guitars, acoustic guitars, and um the 808s and drums, and that's it, um yeah. Um, and you know, that's all I really have to say about it. Um, right now, but if you guys have any questions or something, let me know and I'll answer them. Someone wanted to know quickly um what frets I was playing on. It's what would be the 11th fret of the D string and the ninth fret of the G string, 11 and 9. They're thirds, you know, so uh so it's 11 9 and then 7 6. Um so if you have any rest specific questions, let me know. Um man, rest specific questions I'll take. Um uh, Sad Baby Reaper 1999. I don't know if you're asking if what my favorite song is to perform. This is maybe one of them. You know, Melvin, was it hard to come up with a hook? I don't know. I mean, the way I write lyrics, one thing I'll say about the lyrics is that it has like a weird, this has like a weird short E rhyme scheme, like the sound, which I don't really use a ton. Yeah. Um, probably, you know, when I'm writing these songs that I come up with on guitar, the guitar and the lyrics go hand in hand. I'm kind of writing the melody. Sometimes I'll have a title for the song in mind, and that helps, and I can just go from there. But other times it's kind of just writing the music and lyrics at the same time. Um, yeah. Regarding the end, sorry, someone did ask about this. Regarding the end, the let me in part, um, that was just me being annoying, I guess, and trolling by using a tiger's jaw line. You know, what can I say? Sometimes I'm annoying. Yeah, the pluck notes at the end are real guitar. Um,